The material presented is intended to augment one's enjoyment of J.K. Rowling's book Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, not act as a substitute. If you have not purchased a copy of the Half-Blood Prince, please discontinue your patronage of this production until you do. The Deadly Abridgment presents Harry Potter and the Half-Assed Parody, Chapter 3, Will and Won't, and Grace. Harry Potter slept in his modest room at No. 6 Privet Drive, with his face pressed to the window to allow him a better view of the street. He used to fall asleep in a similar manner at night when he was younger, face pressed to the wall beneath the stairs, dreaming of a better world like those in the books he read. He would imagine being an orphan in Dickensian England, receiving less abuse than he did at the hands of Uncle Vernon. He would read A Series of Unfortunate Events and envy the Baudelaire orphans the brief moments of love they felt with various relatives before those were killed by Count Olaf in a crappy disguise. He found their fatal inability to be believed by adults relatable. The floor of his room was covered with candy wrappers, owl feathers, and magical periodicals that gave exposition for the story to come. A copy of the Daily Prophet sat on his desk next to a copy of Magical Maxim UK, superior to regular Maxim in that it doesn't airbrush out nipples, and is magic. The headline on the Prophet read,
Harry Potter, something special? Rumors are still flying about like snitches regarding the recent attack by dark wizards at the Ministry of Magic. You-know-who himself was said to be you-know-where looking for you-know-what.
I didn't see anything,
Said an obliviator from the Department of Obfuscation.
Gentlefolk do not discuss such plebeian matters,
Said a representative from the Ministry of Oppressive Propriety.
Lovely weather we're having.
Said a wizard from the Department of Distraction. The dark wizards are currently being held in Azkaban for trespassing and theft, but not murder and attempted murder for some reason. Rumor is spreading throughout the wizarding world that Harry Potter may be the one to take down you-know-who. Though neither the ministries nor Dumbledore have commented upon this, my Aunt Esther said, continued page 2, column 5.
A copy of a later issue of the Prophet lay on the floor by his desk.
Scrimgeour the man,
Read the headline. Most of the front page was taken up by a picture of Ron Perlman from the 80s series Beauty and the Beast.
Former head of Auror Office, Aslan Scrimgeour, has been appointed the new Minister for Magic. Scrimgeour had this to say to the Dark Wizards.
Bring 'em on.
We're fairly certain that matters will be resolved quickly, and he will not regret these words. Hail Scrimgeour. Continued page 3, paragraph 1.
Crumpled into a ball next to the rubbish bin was a pamphlet from the Ministry for Magic advising wizards to stock up on duct tape. Magically animated diagrams of the duck and cover method could be seen among the crumples, included for use against the Avada Kedavra curse. The officially licensed Harry Potter clock on the dresser clicked a minute to 11 as it overlooked a letter written in familiar, thin, slanting, piercing blue-eyed handwriting.
Dear Harry,
Read the missive.
if it's not too much trouble, I thought I'd nip by at 11ish on Friday and take you to the borough early. That's right. You can leave Craptown, England, and stay in the magical boonies in the company of ginger friends, delicious pies, and an overabundance of people who don't flick lit matches at you. Really, I'm offering this. This is happening, no take-backs. Yours most affectionately, but in a grandfatherly way, Albus Dumbledore.
But with the shit farm that was Harry's life up to this point, he was still skeptical and so did not pack for the trip, believing this to be a dream too beautiful to be reality, until he was woken by Uncle Vernon's cacophonous yelling from downstairs.
What's this in? You're not Father Christmas?
Not today, no, but I am bringing an elf. It's been about 15 years since my last visit, and though you didn't actually meet me the last time I was here, I'm going to assume that you just asked me into your drawing room.
Look here, sir, I don't mean to be rude.
Really? You make it look so effortless.
By the time Harry ran downstairs, his trunk packed higgledy-piggledy, wickedly-quickedly, all were seated, and Dumbledore was conjuring up a bottle of sweetmeat and 5 glasses that the magic bottle then filled. Dumbledore and Harry relaxed on their couch with a refreshing nip, while the Dursleys adamantly tried not to acknowledge their glasses, even though the enchanted glassware began to annoyingly rub themselves upon the Dursleys' faces like Tom Green's microphone. If you don't understand that reference, be grateful.
Good to see you, my boy,
said Dumbledore.
And you,
said Harry in flustered relief.
First off, Sirius left you Black Manor, but we're not certain whether or not the standard "I don't want no crazy bitches what kill me to touch my stuff" clause included in his will applies magically. So I'd like to test a theory.
Just then, the bottle of sweetmeat smashed itself against the counter and started threatening Uncle Vernon with the new jagged edges.
Ah, I would drink the mead. It's good manners, and the spell is very specific. The more one acts like a bitch, the more likely one is to get cut like a bitch. Where was I? Ah, yes, I'd like to test a theory. Creature?
Dumbledore summoned a filthy old house elf wearing only rags and a deeply lined scowl.
Creature does not like this place. It is full of ugly muggles. Creature will wash the land in the blood of the unpure. Unpure muggles that should know better than to use paisley and curtains.
Everything should be well in the world if you can give commands to this surly slave that he has to obey against his will.
Nobody can hear Creature when he's thinking, even when he's thinking loudish. Not the old beardy man, not the Potter brat, not the horse-faced muggle with the nice
oh, go
tits,
fuck yourself,
not
Creature.
Harry exclaimed. With that, Creature scowled and growled in reluctant silence. In his hands appeared a bottle of hand lotion and a copy of the Silmarillion. His legs started walking him unwillingly towards the bathroom.
Harry, I think that proves it. Would you...
Wait, Creature, don't! Never mind.
Good. Well, Black Manor is safe.
Dumbledore said, making Creature and Harry's trunk go all disappearish.
Now I have some business to address.
Here he turned to the Dursleys.
When I left a helpless baby on the doorstep of total strangers 15 years ago, unprotected, and in the dead of night, I naturally assumed that he'd be better treated. It seems as though I was mistaken. The Magical Bureau for Child Services has fined you all with minor curses. When a certain phrase is muttered, you will cluck like chickens for 3 minutes. Also, you will all have an allergy to a certain nut or legume, but part of the punishment that has been lain upon you is that you will never be told what it is. As a bargain for clemency, I've persuaded the Bureau to make the allergic reaction painful as opposed to fatal, on the condition that you allow Harry to return to this house once before he turns 17, to recharge a spell I probably should have told someone about before. Now, Harry,
Dumbledore said, ignoring the indignant and surprised gasps of the Dursleys,
if you'll take my hand, the one that isn't suspiciously blackened, we'll be off.
And so ends Chapter 3. All characters and source material are copyright 2005 J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter characters, names, and related indicia are trademarks of and copyright Warner Brothers.